Hi guys, it's Alicia again. So what I'm going to be doing in today's video is I'm actually going to be testing out something new. It's not new right now really. It's just new to me. I've never tried it before. But I'm curious to see how it's going to do on my skin. I got these samples and I got a foundation and a concealer sample of the same line. So I thought, hey, that's really cool. Why not test it out together and do it in a video? So I have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation and concealer to try today. I have 3 shades of each. For the foundation, I have the shades Vanilla, Sand, and Light Beige. And then in the concealer, I have Fair, Medium, and Deep Tan. I know for the concealer, most likely going to be Fair. And for the foundation, I'm thinking, it's kind of hard to tell in the package, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to be Vanilla, the lightest shade. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. My eye makeup is basically already done because today I was using my Lorac Pro palette again. And if you're curious what I did with my eyes, I used the light pink shade all over to create a base. I used mauve in my crease, and then I went down and took deep purple all over the lid with slate in the inner corner to the center. And then I put nude in the very, very inner tear duct, and then black on the outer corner just to kind of deepen up the shade a little bit. And then I took white as my brow bone highlight today. So a pretty smoky look today, and I'm kind of digging it. I think I really like the colors together. But yeah, I'm just trying out that look, see how I like it. So I am going a little bit intense today with the makeup, I guess. But I'm going to be trying out this foundation and concealer, and I'm going to be seeing how well my favorite cream and powder products do on top of it, so I can really like test it out. I've already moisturized my skin. I actually am going to show you what I used. I used my One and Only Argan Oil Day and Night Moisturizer. I get this at Sally's. It's a really nice moisturizer. I'm almost out of it. I wish it was in a pump and not in a jar, because it's kind of annoying, because when I scoop it out, I always get some under my fingernails, but it is a really, really nice moisturizer. I like the way it feels on my face. I might repurchase this, not right away, because I do have an e.l.f. Moisturizer that I want to try, that I have. And then I really also want to try another e.l.f. one that I saw. I think it was like a Hello Hydration Cream, something like that, in a big jar. I really want to try that one too. But this is really nice. I could see myself repurchasing this in the future. And then I also used my Vitamin Wake Up Mist by Pixi. And then after I put on my moisturizer, I used my Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. As you can see, it's almost gone. I freaking love this mist. It's my favorite Pixi mist. It's actually my favorite facial mist in general. I have a rose water mist and a vitamin mist that I use. But these, well, this one is my favorite. I used to use it all the time. When I would go to the gym and after I would get done working out, I would spray this on my face and use my e.l.f. hydration stick, and it would just feel so refreshing and hydrating. So I love this mist. I'm actually going to spray a little bit more, because why not? I want to make sure I'm really hydrated for this foundation, because I don't know how it's going to look on my skin. But we're going to find out. So I have my trusty beauty sponge. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face with my NYX Hydra Touch, my usual hydrating primer, because I want to make sure I'm using something that I know I love. So if it looks weird, I know it's the foundation, because I'm really curious if I'm gonna like this. So, and then I'm gonna be taking a new favorite of mine, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, my T-zone. I really have been enjoying this so far, so I'm just gonna be pressing that in. I think this is a pretty nice primer. I definitely tell a difference when I'm wearing it that my pores are minimized. So I am liking this so far. I'm not sure if I like it more than my Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser or not. I really like both of them, but trying this out. So yeah. Okay, so now that we are all primed, I'm going to open the foundation up. Hopefully I don't get it everywhere. Okay. It's kind of poured out of here. Oh, wow. Okay, so for the shade Vanilla, it is a lot darker than I thought it would be. So that's a little concerning. I'm pretty sure this was the lightest shade. It looked like it on the outside. It did not look this orange on the outside. The outside of it shows it is a pretty light foundation. And that's pretty orange, actually. Okay, I don't know how well this is going to look. But we're going to try it. Who knows? It might not be too terrible. I don't know. It's just definitely not what I was expecting. I'm glad I opened Vanilla, not one of the other ones, because the other ones look darker on the package. So if those are darker, I'm kind of scared to see how dark those are. Yeah, this is definitely a little orange for me. But we're going to make it work. Just for today. I don't know if I'm going to wear this again. There's plenty more in this sample. Like, they probably gave you enough to wear it like 3 or 4 times. Depending on how much product you use. Because there's still quite a bit left in that packet. And I don't think I'm going to need any more of it. Because quite a bit of it spilled out on my hand if you did not notice. Okay, it's not looking bad so far. It's just the shade could be, you know, improved. Actually, I might need a little bit more of that packet because I'm running out for my forehead. Let's see how that does. If that's enough, because that's a lot. I feel like I'm using a lot of product, and I'm really trying not to. Like, already look like bronzed, but all over. Okay, well, I think other than the shade, it's actually not bad. I was kind of worried that it would look really awful. I don't know why. I just didn't think it would be for me. It's kind of bunching up around my nose a little bit, but a lot of foundations do that for me. The other day when I wore my Lancome foundation, it did that to me. So, I don't know. It doesn't look that bad on camera, like the shade. I don't know. It's just definitely not what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be light. So, they definitely kind of fail on their shade range. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking this concealer, if I can get it open. They don't make these easy to open, that's for sure, I've noticed. Okay, there we go. You know, even on the package of this, it looks like it would be really, really light, and it's actually not as light as it looks like it would be. I mean, it should work with how dark this foundation is, but yeah, it'll work for sure. It's definitely not as light as I thought it was going to be, though. So I'm not too crazy about their shade range on this, unless it's changed, but I don't know. For vanilla, you kind of expect it to be lighter. especially with how it shows in the package. And then this is a little dark too. The concealer is definitely a one-time use, the way the sample is. The foundation, you could totally get a couple more uses out of. I'm curious to see how dark the medium shade is of the concealer. Just gonna blend it out. Like I said, I don't really use a lot of concealers. I've said in the past that my favorite is my Catrice Liquid Camouflage, and I've used the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind also, and I really, really love that one too. I've used a few others. I have another one in my collection, but honestly just never really reached for it. So I'm thinking about decluttering it at some point. I don't know. The shade match for me is actually not bad, but it's definitely not as light as looks like on the picture. If it was as light as it was on the picture, maybe it actually wouldn't work very well with my skin, or at least with the foundation. I don't know. It actually doesn't look too bad. It is creasing a tiny bit, but I've never found a concealer that doesn't crease on my skin, at least a little bit. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. Just my under eyes for right now though, because I am going to do some cream contour. So I can't set all of my face. I'm gonna take my favorite loose powder, my Maybelline Fit Me, and just set those under eyes. Yeah, it's definitely creasing a little bit, but a little bit of creasing doesn't really bother me because, like I said, I haven't found a concealer that doesn't crease on me. My Catrice one does crease on me. It is what it is. I'm not really that worried about it. Like, it doesn't turn me off from concealer if it creases a little bit. This one does crease a little bit more than my Catrice one does, though. Okay, it's not bad. I don't think it's my favorite for right now. We'll see if I change my mind, but I don't think it's too terrible. But okay, before I set the rest of my face, I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Cream Contour Kit. That's what it looks like. It's really messy. You can tell I use it quite a bit. Okay, so now I'm taking that darker shade and just this darker shade I feel like almost blends in with the foundation because the foundation was so dark. Like, the shades really aren't that off from each other, so this might not even really work out very well, when normally this is a perfect color for me contour wise. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference, but it honestly really does kind of look pretty similar. It blended out pretty well on top of the foundation though, so that's good. Just do top of my forehead, temples. Wow, my forehead actually looks really good. I feel like my skin, I'm taking the side that doesn't have any product on my sponge, just kind of blending out. I feel like my skin honestly looks pretty airbrushed. Like, I like, whoa. Okay. That was kind of weird. I don't know. It's like someone's concealer lifted and like pulled down on the foundation, and now it has all these white spots. And it looks really odd. Okay, I think I changed my mind on this concealer. I don't like it at all. It is very very greasy on me, and it just like almost made my foundation look really weird. I don't know if you can see those spots. I can kind of see them on camera. That looks so weird. It wasn't like that just a minute ago. And I used the side of my sponge that had no product on it. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm gonna try setting that in a second, see if it helps. But I'm gonna take this shade right here and just go a little bit over my cheek where it's still pretty red. My redness is popping through, because sometimes I do this if I feel like foundation isn't covering enough. I just have really bad redness in my cheeks. It's not blending bad with this. I don't know what that was. It's only on the one side too. Oh god, that looks awful. Maybe if I take just a tiny bit more of the foundation. I'm trying to find a way to salvage this look. It's not really doing it on the other side, but I will say right here it does look very like my skin looks older, like kind of wrinkled, which isn't, you know, what you want. So, okay, applying more foundation, like, literally removed some of the original foundation and the concealer. I don't even know. Wow. It's kind of bunching up a little bit on the other side now, too. And I feel like some of the foundation got lifted off over here too. I feel like it's not blending well with my products. At first I thought it was. I don't know, this isn't really looking too good. I don't know if I'm a fan of this foundation at all. And I at first was kind of liking it. Okay, well, I'm just going to be setting the rest of my face with my powder, seeing how that goes. Okay, now that I am done setting my face, let's take another close-up. I feel like that powder really helped the rest of my face look even more like airbrushed and perfected. The only thing I'm not liking is my under eyes. I don't know if that means it was just a concealer. I don't know, but it looks really, really, really bad. I don't even want to leave this makeup on. It looks that bad. Okay, well, I have some bronzer, blush, and highlight to put on to see how it does with more powder products, but honestly, at this point, I don't know if I care too much, because I still don't think I'm ever gonna reach for this foundation or at least the concealer. I don't know, the foundation I may be willing to try again, because I feel like everything was fine until I put on that concealer. I don't know. Okay, I'm actually going to be using a fluffy brush, put on my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade Sunkissed, and just this set on my face. Like, I feel like my forehead looks pretty good, even after cream contouring, and down here when I contoured, it looks fine. It's literally just right over in this area. It looks awful. Okay, now I'm taking my Milani Romantic Rose blush, popping this on my cheeks. I'm taking this brush. I've never actually used this brush for blush before, so we're gonna test that out. Okay, now I'm going to be taking my Color Story Afterglow highlighting palette, and I'm going to be using my tapered highlighting brush, and I'm actually just going to dip into all of the shades and just kind of swirl my brush. I do that pretty much every time I use this palette because a lot of the shades are honestly really similar. And it's more of a subtle highlighting palette. I mean, you can build it up, but when you first put it on, it's a little more on the subtle side. I can't get over how awful this is looking. Like, I feel like nothing I'm doing is helping salvage the situation. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna put on my Flower Beauty vinyl liner, my waterline. This is my go-to waterline liner at the moment. I have a couple gel, like, pencils. I do like my L'Oreal. The last time I used it, for some reason, didn't look as good. It's almost out, too, so I'm thinking about just throwing it away. Gosh, man. Okay, and where is... taking my Lash Princess mascara on my bottom lashes. I already have it on my top. I'm just waiting to do my bottom lashes and everything until I have that concealer on. Okay, so that is everything, except I'm going to just slap on a little bit of this because I feel like I need some moisture on my lips. It's my Physicians Formula Soaking Up the Sun butter lipstick that's not a lipstick. Okay, so literally I am liking how everything is looking on my face except for my under eyes, because I feel like the rest of my face, I feel like the foundation blended just fine and my products blended just fine on top of it. It is just my under eyes that I think look pretty horrible. I feel like it makes me look like old. Which, you know, that's not exactly what you want from a product. Like, I feel like it almost looked better if I didn't even put anything on my under eyes, which is kind of sad. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the rest of the sample, put it somewhere, and maybe try it again, but use my Catrice concealer with it and then see if I like it more. Because I feel like the concealer was the only problem. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face with my Catrice Dewy Glow. Yeah, that really made the rest of my face look good except for my under eyes. Man, that's just the only thing I'm not liking. I am also really digging this eye look, but I'm just not into the concealer. Okay, so for right now, my thoughts